Life is such a fragile thing. It's a gift. My favorite goat got sick with bloat this past week. It's been the hardest few days of my life. I thought he wasn't gonna make it, and I was fighting for him for 3 days, doing all I could, just doing research, trying to figure out how I could help him. Baking soda water, probiotics, tubing, ruin puncturing. We were doing all of that. Mom and Dad were out with me for hours, helping me try to get him back to health.
Okay.
And it was really hard.
A little bit more. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good boy.
But he was fighting too. As much as I hate to admit it, there was a moment when I gave up on him. I thought he was a goner. When his breathing slowed and his eyes glazed over, I thought it was over, but here he is, alive and kicking. Well, not kicking yet, but he's alive. He's still sick, but, not near as bad as he was before, and he's fighting for life. I was fighting for him, and he was fighting for life, and he never gave up. And, life is worth fighting for. As much as I hated this whole experience, it was really good for me. I learned so much from this goat and this experience with him. There's just so many things that I learned that I can use for in the future, knowledge that I have now that I didn't before. But if there was just one thing that I learned, it'd be to not give up, to keep trying even when you think it's over or too late. It's easy to give up, but it's hard to keep trying when it seems so hopeless. But just don't give up. Life is a gift, and we should make the most of the life God has given us. Giving up is not making the most of it. It's throwing it away. Throwing away the life God blessed us with. So no matter how hard this whole thing was, I'm so thankful for it, and I'm thankful for God showing me, reminding me to persevere, not just with our farm and our animals, but also just in everything, to persevere through everything, in all that we face, and whatever we go through in life, to persevere and keep trying, and also to trust Him. It's been hard. I basically cried my eyeballs out because, I thought he was a goner, and I was just so frustrated because I was just doing everything I possibly could, and nothing was helping. But he is doing better now, and I'm just so glad that he's doing better. Yeah, so don't give up. Life is a gift, and we can't just give up when it gets hard. We gotta keep trying. You guys, I know I should have gotten video of all the stuff we did with him and just the whole experience, but I didn't get any. I was just so distraught about what was going on. I didn't feel like I could focus on, making sure my camera was in focus and in the right shot and all that. I didn't feel like I could even just pay attention to that. And also, you probably didn't want to see my ugly crying face, so. But yeah, it's been 3 days. He's doing so much better. I was getting really discouraged, and I was like, I can't do goats, but I just gotta not give up. Keep trying. Keep going. In my last video I talked about how I was considering selling some of them and trying to figure out what I was going to do, and after all this I don't see how I could just sell him, you know, after this experience with him and how we've, you know, fought together. So I don't really know what the plan is now. I thought I had it figured out and now I don't. But yeah, I'm just so glad he's doing so much better. And I'm sorry I didn't document any of it. I felt like we all were pretty brave. My mom gave him some B shots. I stuck a tube down his throat into his stomach. My dad used a needle and punctured his rumen twice. So, you know, we've done a lot that we weren't comfortable with and that we never want to have to do again. But definitely learned a lot and taught us a lot of lessons. So even though it was hard and I didn't want to have to go through all of that, at the same time it's good, you know, and I definitely learned a lot. We all learned a lot. So I'm thankful for this experience.